Hello, 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 everyone. Let me also get this pulled up on here just so I can make sure everything's good. Good morning, good morning, good morning, good morning. Hope everyone is having a great day. Hey, how you guys? Hello. All right, so it has now kicked in that I am live. Hey, Joseph. Good morning. Hey, Erica. Good morning. Make sure you guys share this video out. You know, I typically do not ask you guys to do much, but I would love for you guys to share when you come in because today is very important. And I want you guys to share so we can get the message out. Yes. Yeah. Let's see if it lets me put my title. Let me see. I'm multitasking. So as I give you guys a moment to come onto this live, I'm doing something real quick because I didn't do it when I started this live. You know, it's just me. Thank you for sharing, you guys. Because guess what? Everybody who shares this video, somebody's going to win. Maybe a couple people. I might do 3 people. Everybody who shares this video, 3 people at random. I'm going to do a random lottery. And 3 people are going to win some free books. So, I would love for you guys to share. Share. Sharing means caring, right? So, yes. As you come in, make sure you are sharing. Why is this thing? You know what? Let me see. I don't know what to do. I'm over here. Copy. I think it let me copy everything. Hold on. Copy. Boom. Leave that. All right. I think it's going to edit the caption to my video because I forgot to put the title to this video on the live when I started. So I wanted to put it on there. Hey, Donald. What's up, brother? Sheila, hi. What my girl doing, Donald? I need an update on my girl over there. What little mini you doing? The kids doing good. They're at school. Mila's with Nana right now. But today, you guys, all right, so let's get this started. Today is National HIV Testing Day. That is every year on this date. So if you didn't know that, make a little note. Say, hey, you know, today's date is National HIV Testing Day, June 27th. It is that date every year. Most places that do HIV testing right now are doing it. They're doing it. This is huge every year. So what I want to say is if you have not been tested within the last 6 months to a year, it's time. It is time for you to go and get tested. It's time for you to know your status. It's time for you to make it happen. All right. So, with that being said, what I want to start out is, let's see, what's the theme for this year? And also just a little background. So the first day of observance for this, so National HIV Testing Day has been observed since June 27th, 1995. Okay. So this is not a new thing. Yes, out of sight, out of mind. If I don't hear about it, I don't know about it. But guess what? That's why I'm here. Because now you're going to hear about it and you'll know about it. This is really just a day to encourage people to go and get tested, to know your status. And for people who are out of care and need to get linked back into care, it's just another way also to encourage them to go back into care and to continue their treatment. This year's theme is level up your self-love, check your status. All right? Cute and simple. Level up your self-love, check your status. That says a whole lot, because what is the biggest thing that people always say? You have to love yourself. Love yourself first. First, love yourself. You go FLY. Be like, yeah, I'm fly. First, love yourself. You have to do that. So loving yourself first also means going and getting tested and knowing your status, because what do we always say? Health is wealth. Listen, you know all these cliches. I don't have to tell y'all. You know the cliches. Health is wealth. So what does that mean? If you're going to love yourself, you're going to get your nails done, your toes done. Men, you're going to get your hair cut, get your beard cleaned up. All these vanity things that we do for ourselves. Why not also do this for our health and get tested? Go to the doctor. Know your status. Know what's going on with your body. And this is for everybody. Hey, Laverne. Laverne said even people who are married and in relationships, get tested. You will know. You can't believe everything your partner tell you. And listen, Miss Laverne ain't telling no lies. No lies told. People always say, oh, I'm married. We good. I don't need to go and test it. Listen, I'm not telling you not to trust your spouse. What I'm telling you is to trust yourself. And trust knowing you know what's going on with your body. Don't let the marriage or the relationship be one-sided. Oh, well, my husband went to the doctor. He good, so that means I'm good. No. No. That's his body. His body is good. What about your body? So we have to go and do this for ourselves. And you guys, if you're joining right now, please share this out. Share the link, because everybody who shares, somebody is going to win a free book. I may just randomly do something for somebody free while we right here right now talking. You don't even know. I got my little pen right here in the notepad, and I might just do it live. Okay? Because I'm also watching on the computer so I can see everybody who shared. I see I got 9 shares. Unless it done updated. Let me see. Let me refresh. Let me refresh. Let's see. Oh, I got 19 shares. Okay, I got 19 shares. So somebody, look, let me go look. Let me go look. Let me see. Let me see. Who's sharing? All right. Shout out to Miss Elizabeth. Shout out to my brother Donald. Hey, Sheila. Thank you for sharing. Miss Mary has shared. And a couple other people have shared. It's not going to show everybody if your page is not public. It's not going to show me if you shared. But I should be able to see something. It's another way for me to see it, but don't worry. Or if you shared and your page is not public, send me a screenshot and say, hey, look, I shared. It's on my page. And I got you. Sometimes it's not going to show me if your privacy settings are not, if it's not public, I won't see it. Okay, Miss Catherine shared. I knew they was going to do that. I knew my daughter and my mom was going to call my phone when I did this left here. I knew they was going to call my phone. Why you calling my phone? Oh, unless they trying to get in the door. Hold on. Hold on, y'all. Hold on. Okay. Sorry, y'all. I'm back. I had to unlock the door. Not my door. I had to unlock the door in my daughter's house. For them, because she sleep. All right. Look, ain't it cool when you can manually unlock a door? Man, listen, remember back in the day we had to just use a regular old key to get in somewhere? Now you can just go on a little app and push a button and the door unlock. Jesus. Anyway, welcome. Hey, everybody who's just tuning in. Welcome. Thank you for coming. And while you're here, tell me where you're from. Let me know where you're watching from so I can shout you guys out. All right, so that is why it's so important to go and get tested. Not just today, but every day, because you want to know your health. You want to know what's going on with your body. That's important. Now, another reason why you want to go and get tested is because if for any reason you are diagnosed not with just HIV, but with any type of STD, you want to get the fastest treatment and care possible. There are a lot of STDs and STIs that once you contract them, if you wait too long to know that you have it, once you start noticing little things and you don't go and get checked, if you wait too long, that can cause more harm than good. It's 11:11. You guys, make a wish. It's 11:11 Eastern Standard Time. So make a wish, you guys. But yeah, you don't want to wait too long to know if something is wrong with your body. Shout out New Jersey, Toledo, Fort Wayne, Little Rock, Arkansas. Yes, Washington State, Miami. Okay, Greensboro, North Carolina. Yes, shout out to you guys. Thank you, Miss Catherine. Look, you see that? Miss Catherine is a 9-month subscriber anniversary. Yay! All right, so that's why it's very important. You don't want to wait till the last minute to know if something is wrong with your body. Nisha says, I've been trying to reach you. Can you please let me know who's Micah's spine surgeon was? He saw Dr. Neal. So he saw at Nemours here in Jacksonville, Florida. He saw Dr. Kevin Neal in orthopedics, who did his spinal fusion. And he's so amazing. And he cute, girl. He cute. But no, Dr. Neal is amazing. So yeah. All right. What else? Let's see. So let's just talk about some real quick basic stuff. Look, and I'm munching on these little orbs in my drink too. My little, I guess they call them orbs. You know, the little things they put in your little drink. Not the boba, but the other little things that have like the little juice inside it. So just real quick, HIV and AIDS, those are not the same thing. You cannot have, you can never get an AIDS diagnosis unless you're HIV positive. So a lot of people are always confused. They think that HIV and AIDS is the same thing. They're not. You are never going to get diagnosed with AIDS unless you have ever gotten an HIV diagnosis. I don't know, Miss Catherine. I don't know what's wrong with, I think it's something wrong with the app, honestly. I don't think it's, because it's enabled on my end. So I don't know. I think it's a site-wide thing because I've seen some other people talking about SARS. So I think it's actually an app glitch that's happening with SARS right now. Yeah. Unless they might be getting rid of stars, because I think a lot of people were abusing stars. Y'all know I never talk about stars. I think some people were abusing stars because they have this thing now where they're telling people you can't promote like people sending you cash apps and things like that, which y'all know I never did that, no way like that. So think they're really just cracking down on panhandling on the internet. I mean, come on. Like, I understand, like, I feel like if somebody really is providing content and context to things, like, that's the difference than you just get on here and be like, hey, y'all, how y'all doing? Oh, yeah, send me $3 for nothing because I'm cute. No. But I think it is an app glitch, or they might be getting ready to rearrange some things around. However, you can always message me if any event you really just be like, girl, I need to like send you some stars. Message me, because you know whatever stars and things I get, they go to the kids anyway. Michelle will graciously love to be able to buy her some Lay's chips and some Chick-fil-A, whatever else she be indulging in. But let's see. So what was I talking about? Oh, all right. So yeah, you guys want to make sure that you're knowing your status and all that. Now, when it comes to the difference in HIV and AIDS, that's where we were at. The difference is HIV is an actual virus. Portsmouth, Virginia, hello. It's an actual virus. This is the virus that invades the body. It attacks the cells in your body. Now, a lot of people get so confused with what the HIV virus attacks. So the HIV virus is going to attack your T helper cells. So that is those cells that help you fight off infection. Okay? The cells that help you fight off infection, the ones that keep you healthy, you know, when they say, oh man, make sure your vitamin C is high so you don't get sick, things like that. those helper cells are what the HIV virus is going to go for. Usually these cells are found around your lymph nodes. So armpits, groin area, right here, right below the ears, you have lymph nodes. There's some lymph nodes that can be found within the breast. So those are the places that most likely the HIV virus is going to go, because that's where those helper cells are at. Once your body gets sick, you get a cold, whatever. You notice when you go to the doctor and you say, oh, I'm sick, what's the first thing they do? Oh, okay, let me do an assessment. And they start here because they're feeling here. Then they'll go down in here, and then they'll come here and check your armpits. And sometimes they'll say, all right, lay on your back, and you notice they'll check your groin, because they're trying to feel if those lymph nodes are swollen in any kind of way. And so, hey, what's up, chicken man? So they will do that. They will check that, because that is where those T helper cells are at. And so that's one of the things that when you are HIV positive, you can have issues in those areas, okay? Now, AIDS is not any one thing. This is what I always have to try to emphasize and try to get people to understand. AIDS is not a virus. It's not a bacteria. It's not any one thing. It's a word. AIDS is a word for a collective of things, okay? AIDS is a word for a collective of things. It's not any one thing. Oh, Lord, the cat's out there fighting. I him. But it's not any one thing. It's a collective of things. So AIDS, acquired immune deficiency syndrome. When we think about syndrome, matter of fact, let me give y'all the actual textbook definition for a syndrome, okay? Because I think a lot of people don't really understand. All right, here's what a syndrome says. It's a set of symptoms or conditions that occur together and suggest the presence of a certain disease or an increased chance of developing the disease. Okay? And that's what a symptom means in medical terms. A set of symptoms or conditions that occur together, collectively. Remember, I said collectively. And suggest the presence of a certain disease or an increased chance of developing a disease. Okay. So, for example, if someone is HIV positive and they're not taking their medications, what they're allowing the HIV virus to do is to make copies of itself. It's replicating. It's like, oh, here's a healthy cell. Let me go attack it. Now you're going to be like me. Oh, here's another healthy cell. Let me go attack you. Now you're going to be like me. So now you end up having more HIV cells than you're going to have healthy cells. And this is what is going to cause that syndrome. That is what causes AIDS in a person who's HIV positive. Because all your good healthy cells are gone, now your body is able to acquire all of these other things that are going to make you sick. You're going to acquire pneumocystic pneumonia. You're going to acquire thrush. You know, you've heard how babies get thrush on their tongue. If you let the milk sit on their tongue, they sleep with bottles in their mouths. Babies get thrush. You got to get them the little blue dye stuff for their mouth. Guess what? You want to see a grown person with some blue dye in their mouth? Because it happens. We know what it looked like when we had to put the blue dye in the babies in the kids' mouth. Imagine a grown adult person walk around with violets in their mouth. I mean, they do have a clear version now, but guess what? It don't taste no better than, I'd rather my mouth be blue than to use that clear one, because the clear one is a little nasty from what I'm hearing, okay? So, that's things that happen. That's things that the body is acquiring when you allow it to go into that state. So that's why I try to get the emphasis to people that they are two separate things. But definitely that one is caused because of what you don't take care of with the other. You don't take care of your HIV diagnosis, you're going to put yourself into an AIDS diagnosed state. Simple. Okay? And you're not going to ever find someone who has an AIDS diagnosis who's not HIV positive. Because I have heard stories of people saying, listen, yeah, I have an AIDS diagnosis, but I ain't got HIV. So what you got then? Because you can't have AIDS if you don't have an HIV diagnosis. Make that make sense? But that is where the lack of knowledge is coming into play. There are so many people who don't have the understanding and the knowledge. They're infected with the HIV virus, but they don't have the knowledge to even understand what's going on in their body and what they're dealing with and what's happening. They don't want to know the information. They feel like, you know what? I just take my medicine and go on about my business, and that's that. But then they find themselves putting their information and their business out there in however way they do it. And then when they're asked questions, they can't properly answer the questions because they don't even know or have the knowledge to even be able to translate it to somebody else. And that is where we have the disconnect of education that happens. Like, I've been doing this almost 17 years. Y'all know I do want to take a break, okay? I want to take a break. I want a break. I want to go a whole year where I ain't got to do nothing and these new advocates to come in and they can do the work. But guess what? It don't always work that way because they're still learning too. Or they're so in gold. Like, y'all know I'm always be real transparent with y'all. Always. There are a lot of people who are wanting to do what I do, wanting to be in this position. And when I say be in this position, I'm saying being someone who can come on here and give information, but they don't have the information to give. A lot of people see it as a money opportunity. I tell y'all right now, when I get monetized on this social media platform, what does it do? It pay for my school, baby. It pay for college. None of my monetization goes into my household. It goes straight to the university for tuition. Because I want to be able to show you guys that I took something that was supposed to cause me harm, and I have now taken that, and I have now taken it, and I'm now using it to further my education to do and continue to do what I'm doing for you guys. Hey, Dakisha. Dakisha said, why is there just great weight loss? So I'm going to tell you, everybody who gets an HIV diagnosis or even an AIDS diagnosis do not lose weight. So usually when you see people who are losing weight due to, because they're HIV positive or have an AIDS diagnosis, it's because of other health issues that arise. It's a domino effect. Think about someone who, and I'll give myself for an example. Now, I've never had an AIDS diagnosis, never been anywhere close to having an AIDS diagnosis or none of that. However, you guys know I had shingles in November. So this is an example. So I had shingles in November. The pain that I experienced during that moment shot my blood pressure up. Never had blood pressure issues. Shot my blood pressure up so high that my high blood pressure started to affect my kidneys. Never had issues with my kidneys. It affected my kidneys to the point where that I had to start going to see a kidney specialist. So it's a domino effect of things that happen. So if you have someone who's HIV positive, they don't take the medication, their body begins to acquire those syndromes, those other conditions that they can acquire, then you're going to notice the weight loss. You're going to notice what we call, what is it called? I can't think of the exact name of it right now because I don't really talk about it that much. Where the face looks like it's like sunken in, kind of. There's so many different things that you'll notice that happens. The washing, facial washing is called facial washing. So it can be a number of things that cause that, but I can tell you right now, there are people that are well over 200, 250 pounds, so on the bigger side, who are have an AIDS diagnosis and they're not losing weight. So it's very possible. And if you guys have questions while I'm going, and if you've asked me anything and I missed it, please re-ask me because I haven't been reading the comments at all. I haven't. Y'all know I'm bad at that. Thank you, Keandra. Look, I scrolled up a little bit just so I can make sure I didn't miss nothing. Thank you, Gail. And make sure you guys are sharing this out. Make sure you share it out. Thank you, Cynthia. Does prep work? Hey, Willie. What's up, Willie? I see your little 2-year badge. So Willie's been a follower of this page for 2 years. Shout out to Willie. So does prep work? Prep absolutely does work. Okay? And you want to know how prep work? Because just like any other thing, they had to do trial and freaking error. Now, was I happy when I found out that they actually were doing clinical trials with PrEP? I was not very happy with that. I was like, so people really are okay with putting themselves at the possibility of risking contracting the virus to prove that PrEP is working? They were. I mean, they had to sign the disclosure forms. They had to sign the form saying, you know, I know that I'm putting myself at risk and things like that. But because they've done that, now we can successfully and we can solidly and confidently say PrEP works. If you use PrEP the correct way, PrEP works. Pre-exposure prophylaxis is what PrEP is. If you use PrEP the correct way, it is going to work. Okay? Let me see what I know. The PrEP regimens have changed. Let's see what we have right now for PrEP. Because I know they've added a couple things, so let's talk about it. Let's see. Because I know we have a couple medications right now. Oh, Lord, I'm pushing the wrong buttons over here. I'm trying to be quick. Let's see. I'm trying to find a site that's going to give me all of it in one, not just... Oh, this. All right, I got it right here. All right, so I'm on HIV.gov. All right, so, yes, PrEP works. There are, as of right now, there are 3 medications being used for PrEP. Okay, and I believe they are actually working on another one, too, that hasn't been FDA approved yet. So I don't want to, like, misquote on that. But I believe there's, like, maybe 1 or 2 others that they're working on for PrEP. All right, I'm gonna read that in 1 second, Devontae. I see it. Give me 1 second. So we have Truvada, which Truvada is a classic. When I say classic, it's one of the older medications that people have taken in the past. It's not one of the newer ones. So Truvada, that actually is a medication that has it has 2 medications in that. And that's one that can be used for the treatment of the virus, and it can also be used for PrEP. You have Descovy. Again, Descovy is another one of those medications that can be used for the treatment of the virus as well as for PrEP. Now, let me see. Hold on, because one of these is good. So here's the difference now. Truvada, anyone can use, men, women can use Truvada for PrEP, okay? However, Descovy is the one PrEP medicine that is only for men. So if you're a sexually active man or a transgender woman at risk of getting HIV, and transgender woman because genetically that would still be genetically a male. So Descovy is the one, and it has 2 medications in it as well, that is for men. How Truvada could be used for men and women, and then there's an injectable. Now, the injectable one is the Apretude. And that's it's the one medication, and it's also for people who are at risk of contracting HIV through sex. You have to weigh at least 77 pounds, okay? That one does have a weight restriction for the simple fact it is an injection. And it's given every month instead of oral pills. So all of these are monthly. The injection is also monthly. Okay? And like I said, the trial for this happened, okay? A physical trial happened. They were able to get couples who were serocordescent, which means one was positive, one was negative. Those partners came together, agreed, okay, we want to get into this trial. And I believe within the first cycle of the trial, they did have 1 to 3. I would literally have to like Google to get the data. I believe it was anywhere from, I want to say at least 3 incidents that I can recall where a person did contract the virus while using PrEP. But there were things that took place also. The person was not taking their regimen as prescribed. There was one incident where something. It was a couple things, but then once they started doing a second cycle of it, they were monitoring better. They were getting the dosaging of the medicine better, and then that's when they were able to say, you know what, with PrEP, the risk of getting HIV from sex is highly reduced, okay? And I'm looking at HIV.gov, so this is what it says, all right? I want y'all, because I want to make sure when I give y'all this information, you need to know where I'm getting it from and where I'm looking at. There's many different sites, but HIV.gov. PrEP reduces the risk of getting HIV from sex by about 99% when taken as prescribed. Among people who inject drugs, it's reduced the risk by 74% when taken as prescribed. PrEP is much less effective when it's not taken consistently. So that is what I was saying. If you get PrEP, however they tell you to take it, that's how you need to take it. And again, if you're someone who is just a regular person having sex, 99% is what this PrEP regimen is going to cover you. And then again, if you're a drug user, it's going to lower it, because drug users are putting themselves in a higher risk, because they're actually, a lot of intravenous drug users are actually, you know, they're injecting the needle into their veins. And so that puts you at a greater risk. So that means it reduces the risk even more if you're trying to do PrEP at the same time. So yeah. All right, let me read this. So Devontae said, I'm 8 years positive and I'm only 27, and I've been with my guy for 7 years. He is clean. I love your page. Keep going, babes. Thank you so much. Look, and y'all know I be having the hardest time trying to comment and do stuff. Let me comment. Love you back. All right, look. Why y'all peeping? Oh, okay. Let me see. Good morning. Was that Pretty Black? Oh, no, Pretty Bree. Hey, Pretty Bree. Hey, Marquila. I think I said it right. Marquila. Hello. Angelia. What was the little girl doing when y'all got there?
What little girl?
Jumping up and down.
Yeah, she started barking.
Oh. She'll stop.
It looked like there was peas.
She stopped before we got the
Yeah, because Michaela got to get more pads. Yeah. That might have been water out that bowl, too.
Yeah, because she hit the bowl when we were there. We added some more water in it.
Oh. I should have said don't add no more water.
We didn't put that much.
Oh.
Yeah, we didn't put that much.
Oh, okay.
The dog will be thirsty by the time Michaela get up.
You welcome, Willie. You welcome. You
Do
welcome.
you know if her phone is still dead? Was that phone on the charger?
I don't think so. It's probably still dead.
Well, we should have put it on the charger then. Why you
I didn't see the phone. I looked, but I didn't see it.
We didn't see it. You saw it?
Good morning, Melissa. Hello. Nicole says, how long do it take for the results to come back? So when you go and get testing done, depending on where you go, you might get a quick test. Sometimes if you go and get a testing done with your yearly physicals, they're going to draw your blood, and then that's kind of more so on like a 2-week wait. But sometimes really faster now. I know I can go and get labs done, and my labs come back within like 2 days. Sometime the next morning, LabCorp is emailing me, oh, your lab results are posted. So it kind of just really depends on the load of, you know, whatever lab is processing everything. But there's places you can go and organizations you can go to, and they, what?
I'm talking about.
Oh.
That's what I'm saying.
And they will. Okay, y'all gonna stay now? Y'all.
I gotta tell you something. If Michaela's asleep and her phone is dead, how am I gonna go to the stadium?
Well, then I guess y'all better go back and plug it in. I don't know. Bye. She still got it. She ain't give it to me.
You got it.
Uh-huh.
Yes, we got it. Better go back and plug it in.
Yeah.
And don't get it all in the water.
No.
Why?
So she don't be peeing everywhere.
Hell,
She a puppy.
Well, she get that, she can suck her pee back up.
Oh, Lord.
We'll try to get back before 1.
You will.
We will.
It's only 11:35.
What's before 1?
Gotta get Michelle at 1:30.
Oh. All
right, sorry, y'all. All right, when you come back, don't bother me. No, I'm just playing. Y'all know I be clowning. All right, so yeah, when you go get tested, depending on where you go, they may do quick tests. So quick tests, sometimes they have minute, 3 minute, 5 minute, 15 minute. You can even go into the store and buy home tests. You can go to Walgreens, Walmart, any drugstore that sells medications. A lot of times they have HIV testing, self-test kits in the stores as well. So definitely use that opportunity. Now, I'm going to say this. Everybody doesn't feel this way. This is a ladybird thing. I like home tests, but I do not encourage home testing if you are in a situation where you feel like you might cause harm to the person that you in a relationship with, okay? Please do not be at home mad as hell testing your partner, because if the test results come back with something that you adamantly know that you're going to be angry about and they might lose their life, please don't do the home test. That is my only fear and my only worry about home tests, is that someone might get a home test and get a result and just go like, yeah, off the charts. Okay. Dolores, you're welcome. You're welcome. All right, let's see. Hey, Belinda. Are the same days just as accurate as the longer time frame? Yes. So the test now, the only time they might retest anytime anyone gets a positive test result, they're always going to retest, because there can be instances, even with pregnancy tests, you can have a false positive. Okay. So they are going to retest. A lot of times they may retest with a quick test, or they may say, you know what, let's do a more invasive testing, and they may draw blood and send it off. So there's a couple things that they will do, especially if a test does come back positive, to confirm or non-confirm that the test results are accurate. Let's see. What's up, qualified family? Hello, beautiful. All right. So, yeah, let's see. What else? Look, I don't even have notes, but I do have notes because I was doing something else and I just happen to have some stuff here. Oh, let's talk about HIV transmission while I'm thinking about it. So, how's this virus even transmitted? A lot of people, still, 2024, they don't know this. And also, there have been some updates. There have been some updates to a lot of the HIV transmission ways. So we know blood-to-blood contact. We know that. We know that the virus can be transmitted sexually. So that's whether it's vaginal, anal, all of that. Sexual fluids, the virus can be transferred from one person to the other. Okay. And at one point, there was a very high risk, which I'm going to say the risk is still there, and I'll explain why. When it comes to mother-to-child breastfeeding, the risk is still there, okay? But only if the mother is not doing what they're supposed to do. So, as of January 31st, 2023, I have my notes here because I had an interview the other day and I wanted to make sure I was prepared, okay? So as of January 31st, 2023, the Health and Human Services HIV clinical practice guidelines now incorporate breastfeeding options for people with HIV on antiretroviral therapy with sustained undetectable viral loads, meaning the levels of the virus in the blood, okay? So that means as of January 31st of last year, it is now said that as long as the mother is undetectable, they're taking their medications, and the doctor can definitely confirm that they're undetectable, that they should be able to breastfeed their newborns and their babies without the risk of transmitting the virus to the baby from the mother through the breast milk. Because, you know, that was a thing. That is how a lot of babies in the 80s and 90s were contracting the virus from the mother through the breast milk. So now, as long as that mother is undetectable, because, and it makes sense. And I'm so happy for my friend Cece for being able to be one of the ones to really initiate this, because she was very adamant with her last pregnancy and with her doctor. Like, listen, I know what you're saying. I know you don't want me to do this, but the reality is if you're telling me that if I'm undetectable, I can have sex with somebody and I can't get in the virus if I'm not using protection or the condom breaks, but you're telling me that if I'm undetectable, I still shouldn't breastfeed? Shouldn't this be the same thing? Shouldn't the fact that I'm undetectable mean that I can't give the virus to anyone any kind of way, even in the breast milk to a baby? So she took that step to say, you know what? I want to breastfeed my baby and nobody's going to tell me otherwise. So she breastfed her baby, who now I believe she's probably like 3 years old now. So she's not baby no more. Okay. She breastfed and her child is negative. Her child never contracted the virus. She's always been undetectable. She's always taken her medications and her child does not have the virus and breastfed successfully. Okay. So what also has happened this year, just happened this year in May. This year in May, the new policy has also been implemented by the American Academy of Pediatrics. This is huge. So now what they're saying regarding breastfeeding for HIV positive mothers was published and took effect May 2024. So, this is now a part of the American Academy of Pediatrics. So this is huge. Okay. That means now that no mother who's HIV positive should have to fear that they can't have that bonding moment with their child. Okay. I'm going to tell you now, I wouldn't think about breastfeeding no child because when I tried it with my oldest daughter, she ain't want to latch on. And guess what? I was like, well, guess what? You just going to get this bottle and this formula. So I have never even thought of attempting it with any other child. But I do understand that breastfeeding is a true bonding moment. Y'all know what they say at the WIC program. Mom's milk is best. And that is the truth because you're getting the nutrients and the natural things that you're supposed to get from mother to baby. They ain't have baby bottles way back in the day. They ain't have baby bottles. They ain't have formula. What they had? They had breasts. And they had milk in the breast. Why you think the milk even grow in the breast? You think the milk just coming out to make us mad because we going to get engorged? No. The milk comes for a reason, to feed the baby. It's a natural process. You know. Let me read that says, I'm currently supporting one of my friends who was just diagnosed. He's only 32. He had me tell his girlfriend, I don't know why God chose me to support people with HIV and I don't have it. Because there are a lot of people out here who understand more than others. You're just someone who understands. You don't have the judgment. You don't pass judgment on people. And your heart is pure. That's just simply what it is. When you have somebody who has a pure and sincere and they're genuine, then you're going to be led to do all those sincere and genuine things for people. They're going to gravitate to you. They're going to come to you and they're going to want to talk to you about some of the things that you would never imagine someone is going to want to come and talk to you about. So never stop being that person that they can come to. For sure. Okay. So yeah, that is something that I was so excited about. So with that new policy, some of the key points that the policy addresses in the update is the virus suppression. So making sure the mother is taking the medication, make sure they're staying undetectable. And then, they definitely talk about the benefits of breastfeeding. Because listen, not only does breastfeeding benefit the baby, but breastfeeding also benefits the household. Say you have a family that is in a lower income threshold. So meaning they might have to get food stamps. They might have to get all these other services. Breastfeeding allows them to not have to spend money on milk and formula and things. Breastfeeding allows them to be able to economically sustain a livelihood by keeping that amount of income that would leave the household in the household. Okay. It also encourages that family-centered support. In this policy. So it also allows the healthcare providers to encourage and offer that non-judgmental guidance. Because, so many times we go to the doctors and we tell doctors how we feel and what we're wanting to do and things we're thinking about. And a lot of times, depending on the doctors, they will discourage you. They will discourage you and say, oh, no, I don't think you should do that. But here, I'm going to write this prescription for this pill. Like, granted, yes, medications and prescriptions work. But what about all these natural things that the world grows for us? And the things that are there naturally for us to heal? Like, I'm not this super holistic type of person, but I do understand that there are things that grow. There's teas and there's different things that naturally grow for the benefit of us. I could literally grow outside. I get a cut on my arm. I could go outside and break off a piece of aloe plant and rub the aloe on my skin from the freaking plant that grows out of the ground. Okay? I ain't got to get a prescription for some dang on antibiotic ointment. My aloe tree is my freaking antibiotic ointment. So it's important for these physicians and these doctors to understand that, yes, we know that this is what you went to school for. We understand that. But when I come to you and I'm presenting some information in this manner, I need you to hear me out. Even if you don't agree with it or not, hear me out. So that's something else that this new policy wants doctors to try to implement. You know, you want to align with your patient. You don't want to be on one line and they're on the other line. You want to be in a line together. And then it also, this policy, this update for this also is encouraging pediatricians to get more knowledgeable about HIV. Because granted, let's just be real. There are a lot of people who call themselves doctor whoever, don't know, excuse my French, they don't know shit about HIV. They don't. They don't. I feel like that little paragraph that they probably learned in that book, no, they need a longer course. They needed to be a little longer. Just a little longer. Yes, I know your specialty might be podiatry or your specialty might be ophthalmology. But guess what? You still need to know as a podiatrist about HIV, because if you have a patient that's coming in with foot issues and they might have sores and things and might possibly be bleeding, you need to understand why PPE is important. You need to understand why certain things that you might do to their foot can be dangerous for not only them, but for you. If you're an ophthalmologist, you need to understand that if you have a patient who's HIV positive, it's possible that they could be dealing with other issues that can cause damage to their eyes. I'm a diabetic, so also being HIV positive and a diabetic, I could possibly have issues with my retina. I have to go once a year to get my retina checked. So even though the HIV and the infectious disease is not their specialty, the doctor still needs to understand the information and understand how to address the patient when someone comes in and you're asking them their medical history and they're having to check that box to say that they're HIV positive, that you understand how to handle and how to really talk to that patient. The same with pediatrics. You have a mother who is telling you, I want to breastfeed this baby. As a pediatrician, now with these new policies that have been implemented, you need to understand and know how to encourage the mother to move forward, not discourage. So that's important. That is very important. For that, okay? Look, what else we need to talk about? Because listen, I'm on a little roll here. Anybody got any questions before I keep moving forward? Ask in the comments. Don't forget, you guys, share this out. I'm going to be giving away some free books. If you shared it, just type in the comments for me that you shared it. Only put it one time. I'll see it. Because sometimes if your page is private, it won't show me when I click to see who shared. If your page is private, I won't see it. So please put in the comments that you shared. And I'm going to select some random people who's going to get free books. Okay? Just for sharing this live today. So please make sure you let me know in the comments that you shared it. And everybody who shared, I greatly appreciate you guys. A lot. Let's see. What else do I want to touch on? We talked about the difference between HIV and AIDS briefly. We talked about transmission. We've talked about we haven't really talked about the origin. I don't think I want to talk about that today. We will. We're going to talk about the origin because I really think that I might do that on my next live. A lot of people have confusion with the origin. Everybody's going to have different answers when it comes to the origin. But I am going to present to you the information which is worldly known. The world known knowledge. Like you can go into the World AIDS Museum, which is down in South Florida. They have a World AIDS Museum. I'm actually in the museum. My picture and portrait and things are in this museum. I need to go and visit the new location too. And in this museum, it takes you through time. It takes you through the beginning of this epidemic, and it brings you to where we are now. And so if you ever get a chance to go down there near Fort Lauderdale, there is a World AIDS Museum that is down there. I believe it's still in Wilton Manors, Florida. I would encourage you to go and check it out. And typically, I don't know if they've changed it. My bad. I forgot they had to go back to the door. They kept calling me. I'm like, what the hell am I calling for? Oh, y'all want to get in the door. Okay, but no, so yeah, they have the museum down there. And I think now, I know before they used to just like, if you gave a donation, that would be like your entry fee into the museum. I don't know if they have like a set amount now to go in, but I would encourage you if you go down in that area to check it out. Thank you guys who have shared, everybody who shared. We talked about we talked about transmission, we talked about PrEP. We did talk about a couple little myths and things, you know, the whole weight loss thing and all of that. Let's see. We talked about tests. Any questions you guys want to ask before I get off of here? I'll give you guys a couple more minutes. If you missed the beginning of this video, I definitely encourage you to go back and watch the replay. Don't forget today again is National HIV Testing Day. If you have not been tested within the last 6 months to a year, married, single, in a relationship, whatever it is, I encourage you to go and get tested. Know your status. It's very important. Don't feel like, oh, I'm married, I'm good. No, still go and get tested. Not because you think your partner is cheating, but because you need to know what your health has going on. You know, so many people don't find out things until it's too late. I do not want anyone who follows my page to find anything out too late. I don't. I would love for you guys to find things out expeditiously. Okay? Yes, expeditiously. Do not wait till the last minute. That is like the worst thing that I think a lot of people could do, is wait till the last minute. You know, I have been that stubborn person who's waited till the last minute to get my diabetes in check, child. And now I only have to take an injection once a week because I said, you know what? I'm tired of not feeling good. I'm tired of not having no energy. I'm tired of, I want to do stuff. So guess what? I had to do what I had to do to get where I'm at now with my diabetes. Same thing, whatever it is you're dealing with. Stay on top of it. Get on top of it. Do not allow yourself to fall in a category of non-compliancy with whatever it is. Because you don't want it to be too late. You don't. All right, you guys. Let me make sure I don't see any other questions. Thank you guys, everybody who shared. You never knew that, Christian said. I never knew that. I would check it out. Yes. All right, you guys. I'm going to come back on next week, too. Actually, wait. What's next week? No. Week after. I won't go live next week because I got a concert on July 2nd. 4th of July is that week, too. And then I won't be here that weekend. So the week after, I'm going to do a live video and we're going to talk about some other things. I'm trying to get back into my whole live mode. I've been doing school and stuff. I've had a break for the summer. So this break is going to allow me to work here. I've been doing schoolwork. Now I get to do some real work. And definitely if you guys want to purchase books, I think it should be showing where the featured link. I don't know. It should pop up showing the website that you can go to. to get books. Again, I am definitely going to select some people to get free books. Can one partner have HIV and the other partner does? Absolutely. Absolutely. It says MTW. Absolutely. You can have a relationship or even a marriage where one partner is positive and the other partner is negative. What happens is the person who is negative, they can take PrEP, as well as the person who's positive remaining undetectable. This lowers the chance of them contracting the HIV virus, whether or not they decide to use condoms in their marriage or their relationship. And the person doesn't have to contract the virus. So yes, I've dated people who've been negative and they're negative. Hey, Adrian, watching from Memphis. Hello, hello. So yeah, absolutely, definitely. And I'm just making sure anybody have any last questions, thoughts, anything before I end this. I'm going to end it in about 3 more minutes. Because I still have some more things to do here on social media, but I wanted to make sure that you guys got this today, because I promised it to you. I scheduled it, and I got back home just for you. I put aside me running around and going places this morning for y'all. Except Starbucks. I did go to Starbucks, okay? I did go to Starbucks, so, you know, you can't get them all. I did have to go to Starbucks. All right. Well, I definitely appreciate you guys for tuning in and watching, that's for sure. And again, if you shared this video, I appreciate it. Hey, Monica says, is it true that it's harder for women to transmit HIV virus to a man? I heard that from another influencer. Hold up. I'm pushing the wrong way. Sorry if I sound dumb. Baby girl, listen. You can never ask a dumb question. I need people to understand no question is a dumb question. The only question that is a dumb question, and here goes a cliche, is a question you don't ask. Okay? When you don't ask it, then maybe, I'll be like, yeah. But no, ask questions. That is what I'm here for. That is what other people are here for. And that is absolutely true. It has been scientifically kind of proven in a way that, yeah, it is definitely harder for a woman to transmit the virus to a man. Is it impossible? No. It's not impossible. There are a lot of men who are out here who have definitely 100% contracted the virus from women. But these are more than likely women who are not taking their medications and they're not seeing their doctors. So the virus is very rapidly spread throughout their body. Okay? So, yeah, if a woman who is doing what they're supposed to do is not going to give the virus to someone else. Anyone for that matter. But yeah, it's a thing. It's a scientific thing. I could break it down now, but I really, honestly, I'm just telling you, it's an in-depth breakdown, and I don't want to do it right in this minute because I'm not going to be in here that much longer. However, I have videos in the past where I've broken it down, and I can do it in 2 weeks. I can break it down for you. I'll make a little note to make sure I talk about it in 2 weeks. Kimberly, you're welcome. You're welcome. Christian said, when you know what museum, it's the World AIDS Museum. So here, it's the it's called World AIDS Museum. It's the World AIDS Museum. And let me see where they moved to. World AIDS Museum and Educational Center. They are now located, they're now located on 1350 East Sunrise Boulevard in Fort Lauderdale. Let me see what they got going on now. Because like I said, when they were in a different location, they were more so over in Wilton Manor. Look, y'all want to see my face? Look, they got me all up on the home screen, child. Wait. They got me all up on the home screen. Look, there's me. Look at me all up on the home screen of the World AIDS Museum. So, yeah. So they had like, it's like a whole little walkthrough experience. Like it's really an experience. They're open Monday through Friday from 11 a.m. to 5 p.m. There's that address again, 1350 East Sunrise Boulevard. And it's the World AIDS Museum. Right there. World AIDS Museum. And there's their phone number as well. So screenshot that if you want to get that. And they have a lot of different things. They have programs. They have, like I say, they do a lot there. Here's some of the staff that they have. Let's see. So they have the educational programs that they do. They have a Healthy Futures program. A lot of different. So they have different exhibits right now. I don't know if this is. No, that might be older. Because that says November. But they have the wall where they do like the chronological thing. Where they go through the whole history of HIV and AIDS. Some of this stuff is free. Some of it is where you're paying for it. So they do have a lot of different things for you guys. Let me see if they have some. Let me see what media they have in here. Oh, they just got different little things. They do museum tour. Let's see what the museum tour says. Oh, this is actually some old days. But these are pictures. Oh, these are pictures from when they did. So I don't know if this is. Oh yeah, this is from. So this is from this. So when you go in, hold on, let me see if I can go back. So how they have it set up, they have walls. So you see how that says like 1983, 84, 85. They have different walls that as you move through time, each wall tells you about a different moment in time. And sometimes it's highlighting people. Sometimes it's highlighting what maybe a celebrity has done during that time period, like Liz Taylor, how she's had her foundation, Elton John, different things. So that's kind of how the walls look. And there's audio. Some of them have audio. Some of them have video playing. It just really takes you through. And I'm not going to tell you it's not a heavy moment. It is definitely a very heavy moment going through that. But it's very worth going. Okay? It is. But that is it for now for me. I appreciate you guys so much for tuning in today. And if you missed the beginning of this video, please don't forget you can go back and watch the replay. Love you all, and I will talk to you later. Bye.